What's good, everybody? It's the Clownin Wit Cap Show. Today's fucking Friday. It's my favorite day of the fucking week. I love Fridays. I feel like everyone's amped up about Fridays. College football's coming, baby, and we got NFL on the way. But first, we're gonna go with the college football. Notre Dame versus Wake Forest. I'm gonna go with Notre Dame, baby. Is Brian Kelly the coach to lead Notre Dame to a national title? For me, I don't believe so. Ever since they lost to Bama and got blown out, to me, they're just not the same team anymore. But I'm gonna go with Notre Dame. They're 7-point favorite at Wake Forest. Wake Forest in football, they've never really been good, so that's an easy pick for me. Georgia versus Mizzou, baby. I'm gonna go with the Dogs, even though I'd love to see Missouri win. My father graduated at Missouri. I want to see Missouri with the upset. I really do. But Georgia's number 2. They're a powerhouse team. I just don't see Missouri doing much. But if it's an upset, I'd love to see Missouri do it. I'd love to see them upset this pick. But I mean, it's going to be hard to go against Georgia and the number 2 team in the country. I don't see it. But if they do, I'm going to be fucking happy. But I'm still going to go with Georgia. Nebraska versus Michigan. Michigan, I mean, Harbaugh, is he really the coach? I mean, he's been there 4 years. What has he done for Michigan? I know he's turned, in NFL, he turned the 49ers around, but did they win a Super Bowl? No. For me, Harbaugh only has 1 or 2 years left. I mean, if they don't do much, I think he should be fired. I mean, you guys can call me crazy, but I think he should be fired. I mean, dude, if you're not winning at Michigan, a powerhouse school, after 4 to 6 years, dude, your time's up. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go Michigan on that. Even though I would like to see Nebraska win, but I'm gonna take Michigan. Boston College versus Purdue, baby. I'm gonna go Purdue on this one, baby. Indiana school, why not? Purdue with the upset. It's their homecoming. I think they can show out. I really do. I think they can beat Boston College. Boston College really never been strong. I know Matt Ryan's from Boston College. What has he done in the NFL? He hasn't won a Super Bowl, so that's facts. He's 4 for 6 in the playoffs. Kind of trash. Texas A&M versus Bama. If Manziel was on A&M, I would pick him, but I'm going to go with Bama. That's an easy pick, even though back in 2012, Bama was heavy favorites against A&M. And as you guys know, when Johnny Manziel blew up, that's when it all became relevant to them. And A&M beat them at Bama. That was one of the biggest upsets. I love it, but I don't see A&M upsetting Bama, especially at Bama this weekend. I don't see it happening. Kansas State versus West Virginia. I'd love to see Kansas State win, but I'm going to go West Virginia on this one. They're 16-point favorites. I just don't see Kansas State really doing much. I mean, has Kansas State ever won a national championship? I don't believe so. No. So it's not this year. Clemson versus Georgia Tech. That's an easy pick. I'm going to go Clemson. Clemson is a powerhouse school again. Will they win a national championship? I don't know. Is their quarterback good enough? Well, we're going to see this year. I mean, they have harder games. Georgia Tech's really not the best team out there. But I would love to see them win. But I'm going to go Clemson. That's an easy pick. Virginia Tech versus Old Dominion. That's an easy pick. I'm going to go Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's 27.5-point favorites. I'd still pick Virginia Tech in that one. Tulane versus Ohio State. Ohio State's 37-point favorite. Tulane, I would love to see them upset, but I hate Ohio State. I just hate their fans. They think they're better than everybody, but I'm still going to pick Ohio State. TCU versus Texas. I know I said TCU with the upset last weekend at against Ohio State, even though they didn't. So I'm gonna go with Texas this time since I was wrong on the pick last week. Texas, even though TCU's a 3-point favorite, I'm gonna stick with Texas, baby. Go Texas. Mississippi State versus Kentucky. Mississippi State is a 9-point favorite, though I'd like to see Kentucky win. Even Kentucky beat Florida this year, first time since like '89. It's crazy. They don't have Tebow anymore. Florida's ring's over, but I'm gonna go with Mississippi over Mississippi State. Louisiana Tech versus LSU. That's an easy pick. LSU over 20-point favorites. I'm going to go LSU still there. Army versus Oklahoma. I'd love to pick Army on this one, but the easy pick, I'm going Oklahoma. Oklahoma's 31-point favorites. Still, it's a good pick. I still love Oklahoma. Texas Tech versus Oklahoma State. I'm going to go Oklahoma State on that one. They're 14-point favorites. I still think they could win. Arkansas versus Auburn. I'm going to go Auburn. They're ranked 9th in the country. 29-point favorites against Arkansas. If Arkansas upset them, this is the game. This is the game for Arkansas and all you fans. This is the game that they should be Auburn. At Auburn, it's going to be a hard test, but I'm going to go with the easy pick. I'm going to go Auburn. Michigan State versus IU. Michigan State's 5-point favorites. I'm going to go IU, baby. I'm from Indiana. I love Indiana. Let's go IU. Go Hoosiers, baby. Fuck Michigan State. Stanford versus Oregon. This is a toss-up. Stanford's a 2.5 favorite. It's at Oregon. They're both undefeated. I'm going to go Stanford. Just the simple fact that Notre Dame needs Stanford to go undefeated, so boost their resume up, boost their confidence up for Notre Dame fans out there. But I just don't want to see Notre Dame going out in just the way they normally do. They win all the time, and then when it comes to the big game, they lose. They lose the big game. But I'm going to go Stanford, even though they're only 2.5-point favorites at Oregon. It's going to be a difficult task, but I'm going to go Stanford. Better offensive line. Wisconsin versus Iowa. Wisconsin just lost to BYU last week. Therefore, I'm going to go Iowa with the upset. Wisconsin, I really thought highly of them, but it shows that, there are weak teams in the Big Ten, and Wisconsin's one of them. Arizona State versus Washington. Washington 7.5-point favorites. I'm going to go Washington, baby. Washington has a lot of hype this year. I know a couple years they played Bama in the playoffs, and they got blown out. They gave them a game, but when it comes with the big dogs, the Pac-12 recently has been kind of weak. They can't really compete with the big dogs. And then last but not least, Western Kentucky at Ball State. Chirp, chirp, baby. I'm going Ball State, baby, all the fucking way, baby. What's good, everybody? It's the Clownin Wit Cap Show. It's 2018. Team Smiles. Let's go.